Howdy folks, a super quick update. It's Friday afternoon here. I've got to go out and do a few things. We had the presidential debate last night. I stayed up for the whole thing, which was really quite disturbing and pretty sad really, and a lot of uncertainty and doubt into the Democrat Party and what's going to happen with the elections and whether Biden will be replaced. And the takeaway for me, I think, is what I put up on X, on Twitter, after the debate and after watching the commentary. This is what I wrote on X. When the commander-in-chief is FUD, which is no doubt what's happening right now, the greenback suffers. That's always a truism. When there is FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, it's the dollar that suffers and not necessarily the stock market. So when the commander-in-chief is actually FUD, which is the case after that debate, I think, the greenback suffers. Let's see. I put these two charts up on the dollar. We'll have a look at them live shortly. This is the weekly chart of the dollar index, and there's the debate week. I've just marked that out. And the next chart shows the 10-year yield, and there it's marked out again. This is a daily chart on the 10-year yield, and perhaps heading lower. Now, I don't know if that's going to play out, but I think that's more likely than not, given what happened last night. Let's have a look at the charts very, very quickly. I'm going to leave you with my trade positions, no technical analysis or any further discussion on what's happening in American politics. Let's go through them one by one, starting with currencies. Euro might just try and hold here if the dollar weakens. We're at support. We're at this sort of trend line. We've got a triangle. I don't know what's going to happen. I think more likely up than down for now. Looking at the dollar yen, this chart in the middle here, we're short on this, as you know, been the bane of my life for a couple of months now. And on the daily chart, we're showing a glimmer of hope. We're at the top of this long-term channel going back to January 2023, so a year and a half ago. And even though we've broken out above the previous all-time high, which is where the Bank of Japan and the Ministry of Finance intervened, we've got a little bit above there, but we are just at the top of the channel. And we also saw some rhetoric by the Bank of Japan at this level. I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm looking to hedge this if we have to at the close of play today. The euro yen's moving down, as is the pound yen, CAD yen, Aussie yen, etc. And as the dollar yen moves down, those will tend to move down with it. Let's quickly look at stocks. We're short on NASDAQ, nothing on S&P, short on Nvidia. That's going pretty well, as you can see. The German 30, we've sold there before and got out and taken profit. We're back there now, just revisiting that. I don't really want to get into this because I'm already short on NASDAQ and looking to short the S&P. I think I'll go with American stocks rather than the German stocks for now. We've got nothing on Apple or Tesla, but I continue to view those as long direction trades. Going across to metals and Bitcoin, gold's rallying nicely. We're long from quite low down. That's just pushing up. We've got to get through this order block and the 200-period moving average here on the 4-hour, but it's looking pretty good. And it's looking good on the day chart as well. We didn't get that head and shoulders eventually. Even though I was long, I was thinking we might break down and reach down to the bottom of this next trend line, the shallower trend line, but not really. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. We moved sideways rather than down, and that gives a little bit more hope for a bit of a rally on gold. Bitcoin, we're looking pretty good. This is a cup and handle, or epsilon, or upsilon, as some say, the Greek letter. This sort of dip down, move up, handle formation, and then a continuation. We've got some resistance above us in the form of these trend lines, moving averages, and so on, but I'm hoping that Bitcoin will move up. My target remains somewhere between 95 and 105 on Bitcoin. Silver's just trying to move up as well. Don't have any positions on that. And then copper, I sent out a long entry signal here at the 100-period moving average and the support line, which is the 50% Fibonacci level. I think demand in copper might actually remain stronger than perhaps some of the other metals because we are seeing some demand for it in electrical and electronic goods too. Natural gas, well, we're long. That's looking okay. I don't need to comment on this too much because I've put quite a lot of tweets and things up on it and a video yesterday and the day before. And this is the sort of thing I'm looking at. Posted this up on X. You can have a look. If we do hold here, we should move up and follow the green path. Otherwise, we might have to get down just below 2.5 and potentially even lower. But I think the green path for now is the most likely one, but allowing for the red path. So far, so good. We're also short on WTI. I haven't taken another short position on this just yet, but I was tempted. But we're short from this red arrow, and that wasn't really high enough. I wanted to get up into that block or blob over there. We haven't done that yet. We may still do so. But nevertheless, we're already short. We're long on sugar. That's been going sideways for about 3 months, so nothing much to say on that. And we're long on URA and UEC2, the uranium twins. We added a little bit more to UEC quite recently, and we're still holding URA trades. And then looking at the rand against the dollar and the rand against the pound, we shorted this yesterday at these moving averages and the order block. Looking for this to move down, just to remind you that we could get something like this and quite a long way down for the dollar South African rand. If the dollar weakens and the rand gains some strength and impetus due to local and recent political developments, pretty optimistic we could see some more rand strength creeping in. So we're short on the dollar rand. I have not taken a new position on the pound rand just yet. VIX we're long on from about this level. We've broken out of this sort of triangle. Can we get the VIX bumping up if the stock markets move down? We'll have to wait and see. And then I also tweeted this up on X this morning regarding the dollar, and this is the 10-year yield. There's the debate. I showed you this a little earlier. Can we see that sort of thing happening? It's already moved down quite significantly today. So have a great trading day and a great weekend. And if you enjoy this sort of thing, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you on Sunday night or Monday morning. Take care.
Stocks rising, markets parabolic. Bag me some cheddar, ain't no alcoholic. Charts looking sweet like a dodgy pie. Strategies tight, made I'm one fly guy. Tickets on fire, pockets getting deep. Gravy boat overflowing, losing no sleep. Stop loss in place, man, I'm wrapped up good. P's and Q's proper, no misunderstood. To the moon, diamonds in me ends. Forget the FUD, I'm the man with plans. Profit traders popping, no time for scams. Ride this rocket, ain't worried about the jams.